Every time I close my eyes, I see in front of me. I still can hear your voice calling out my name. And I remember all the stories you told me. I miss the time you were around. I miss the time you were around. But I'm so grateful for every moment I spent with you, 'cause I know life won't last forever. You went so soon, so soon. You left so soon, so soon. I have to move on, 'cause I know it's been too long.
Jaffer Abdulhussein was a great leader. He was a great man, a great father, a great friend, a confidant, a trustworthy man that you can rely on. And when you have his word, that is a contract.
I am allowed to call him a complete human. That is what is befitting this gentleman who passed through our era and our communities and our times.
My first experience of his leadership qualities and a daredevil effort was at a Hajj trip. At Madinatul Hujjaj in Jeddah during a trip for Hajj. Our passports were retained by the authorities, and then when we went to retrieve them, the officials could not find them. After much frustration, Jaffer just jumped across the counter, not carrying a hoot about the officer, and started searching. Lo and behold, our Tanzanian passports were bundled together with Pakistani passports. Such were the skills and such were his efforts.
I remember one of the advice that he gave me about 10 years back when he told me, he says, Riaz, if you start something, make sure you give it 100%. Don't leave anything behind. Don't do anything halfway. And that advice is something that rings in the back of my mind every time that I start a project, whether it's work or at home or whatever it may be.
I see you in my dreams, but when I wake up, you are gone. Oh, there were days when I had no strength to go on.
And especially when I visited India, I realized how many disenfranchised and poor people this man has helped, regardless of their ethnicity, regardless of their race, regardless of their religion, regardless of their faith. He truly embodies the great name of Allah and the name of generosity of Allah.
He was a very generous person, and he was very giving and supportive of community projects and projects that involved helping people elevating their statuses. But not only that, I found Uncle Jaffer to be very profound in one special quality, and that is, not only was he giving, he would give without wanting any advertisement or announcement, which I thought was amazing.
He was the driving force for us to have moved to Orlando. I stayed in his apartment with Raza Danji for a week before I decided that that is where I wanted to move. There was a sense of community, sense of baraza. He was always welcoming. He always considered us boys part of the family.
So soon. Every time I close my eyes, I see.
I admired him because of his values. And one of the values that he had was the value of family. The strength of the family, the unity of the family, the love, the compassion, the mercy that he showed to his children, his grandchildren, his friends, and all those who were associated with him. And that is the value I admired the most of Abdulhussein, Marhum Jaffer.
Abdul, I believe you are with us right now. You are an inspiration to us all, and I'm also sure that God is shining His bright lights on you wherever you are.
So one day we were in his office talking, and I had asked him, I said, Abdul, what do you think your greatest accomplishment is? And so he looked at me, and he says, he kind of leaned back in his chair and kind of had a half smile. And he looked at me and he goes, Chris, let me tell you something. And he said, Junior, he said, decisive, passionate, protective. Then he paused and he said, Abbas, observant, calculating, safe. And then he said, Baiji. And he said, he looked at me and said, she has balance. The best of both. So in classic manner, he kind of just paused for another couple seconds and he said, you asked me what my greatest accomplishment was. And he said, they are my greatest accomplishment.
So thankful for every memory I shared with you, 'cause I know this life is not forever.